think geography is one of those disciplines that, especially in the United States, is a little unknown when students first get to UB or to any university. But I think the reason that a lot of students find a home is because the big problems in our world today need an interdisciplinary approach. And geography, by design, is an interdisciplinary degree. So the goal is really to understand the complexities of a problem, whether it's a problem of poverty and inequality, a problem of, environmental issues related to climate change.
We're really interested in our department and in the field is getting people to understand how we're connected to other places, how what we do affects people maybe thousands of miles from here, and to think about those connections, economic connections, political connections, think about how that should change their own actions and maybe what they want to do in the world.
I think everybody in geography is very tired of hearing the question, "Oh, you're a geographer? Tell me where this random island nation is," or "What's the capital of this country?" Geography is so much more than that.
Most geography departments around the country and around the world will have specific areas of specialization. So here at UB, we're really well known for geographic information science. So that's, computerized mapping and data analysis. We're well known for health geographies. That's a big emerging field for understanding how diseases spread. We are increasingly known for our climate change research. And finally, what's really unique in my own area is related to international trade. So we have degrees in international trade and a large number of economic geographers as well.
The department's a little smaller, and it's very, very easy for you to build good relationships with your professors. You can go up, talk to them, talk about their research, and you'll get a better idea of maybe where you want to go, where you want to concentrate maybe. And I've found that they're very open to students who want to maybe do double majors or tag on just like a minor.
We have a very friendly, very diverse environment. I mean, like myself, I'm not from here. I'm from China, from the other side of the world. So I'm pretty sure that if a student wants to learn about different perspective, here it is the right choice.
So a geography major usually starts by taking foundational courses in both physical geography, so the kind of natural environmental sciences, and human geography. It might be economic geography or world regions, and then they specialize. So if they want to study earth system science, they'll start taking courses on forest ecology or water systems. If they want to study international trade, then they'll start looking at courses on international business and trade relations and economic development.
My personal interest was in water resource management and sediment, erosion, and the environmental factors here at the Great Lakes. So I more concentrated on the physical geography aspect. I took a class on biogeography, which I knew nothing about before, conservation biogeography. We studied endangered species and how they moved through the landscape, what changed to make them endangered, what brought them back, which is very important for environmental issues today.
My focus in the Department of Geography is international trade. It's more of an area that I'm personally interested in. I've always enjoyed traveling very much and learning languages, so being able to learn more about the business and even how people interact or countries interact in regards to trade was very much an interest for me.
There's also a lot of change that's happening as we see more and more emerging economies. And what geography can offer students is a contemporary understanding of that change, a really cutting edge understanding, because people in the department, like me and other professors, we spend all of our research time, really trying to capture that change through direct research. So, for example, last week I was in the field talking to rice farmers in the Dominican Republic who in the coming years are going to be competing directly with U.S. rice farmers in Arkansas. That allows me to really expand on textbook material to really bring in real-life anecdotes.
Faculty in the geography department are actively involved in research. Many of us have federally funded grants to work on a wide array of different problems. And we're open to working with undergraduate students that are interested in those projects.
In our nation's rivers, one of the primary pollutants in rivers is in fact excess sedimentation or excess sediment, because that excess sediment can adversely affect fish, macroinvertebrates or insects, and also aquatic ecology. But as you can imagine, studying rivers outside is a bit difficult. So many of us and many of my colleagues use experimental apparatuses like this to sort of bring the river inside so that we can, on any given day, replicate with great precision what those conditions are.
I am studying food equity and environmental justice, if I had to put a label on it. I'm studying this through a systems perspective, and so my goal is to try to learn how I can simultaneously address certain environmental issues and certain social inequities by looking at the social and the environment as all part of one system. The experience that's been most impactful for me is being able to go out into the community and talk with community members, realize what their issues are, and then know that I can come back and try to find a way to help them or assist them.
In terms of jobs, a lot of our students are really interested in working in the public sector, so they may be doing policy analysis or data analysis for a range of government agencies. We have students working for everything from the Census Agency to the U.S. Department of Commerce. They also go into the private sector, so they can do market analysis or risk analysis, environmental management and planning.
My main objective was to get into the Army Corps of Engineers. In this job, it's a lot of assessing the environment from a water standpoint, from a soil standpoint, and also from a human interaction standpoint. And you're dealing with the public.
A lot of our students end up going on to a master's degree in geography. We also have master's degrees in geographic information science and international trade. In addition to the master's programs, we do have a large PhD program here at UB.
I think people will be very surprised, pleasantly surprised by geography. I know that when I was an undergrad student, I was a French and international relations major, and I had to take a core required class, and I decided to take my social science to be geography, and I took like developing world or something like that. And I ended up absolutely loving it. It was not at all what I expected, and 4 years later, I am a geography PhD student. If you want to step outside your comfort zone and learn something really cool, I think geography is a good place to start.